Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is your host, Passport Nomad, and as usual, before I get started, I'm going to ask you to please hit subscribe, like, and share so you can keep up on all my newest content. Today's story comes from Reddit, from someone posted by the name of Philippines expat. The title is called Filipina Ex-Girlfriend Refuses to Let Me Go. Can't Accept Breakup. Advice Wanted. And it goes like this.
Hi fellow expats, hope you all are doing well and staying safe. I met this girl about a year ago when I contacted her on Filipino Cupid. Back then I didn't know much about the Philippines and my education on the country and culture came mainly from YouTubers, which in hindsight are not the most honest source of information about the country. We'd been chatting for a while and one thing that became apparent was that she's from an extremely poor family of tenant farmers. They're essentially destitute, all living in Bahay Kubo. They pick vegetables for a humble income. She herself has no real education and worked as a maid for a wealthy Chinese household whilst she used the 7K she got every month to put herself through college, which she never completed. She was a sweet girl at the time and I eventually flew out to meet her and she blew me away. She gave me her virginity and showered me with her affection immediately upon meeting. It was the best relationship I'd ever had. As time went on I began to notice red flags. She let it slip in conversation once that the only reason she wanted to marry a foreigner was so that she could work abroad and nothing else. I also became aware that many people in her family have sought out foreigners, and one cousin was actively scamming a foreigner residing overseas for money whilst she was in a relationship with a domestic Filipino man. Her severely impoverished situation also made me nervous about her true intentions for seeking out a foreigner. She never outright did anything alarming like demand money or anything of that nature. But reading between the lines gave me the impression that her intentions might not be genuine and she's instead motivated by survival and not genuine love with hopes of building a future together. I've tried breaking up with her several times in the past, even before I even flew out to meet her, but she never accepts it. She starts becoming frantic and calling me up to 20 times a day. If I block her, she'll start messaging me on Instagram. If I block her there, then she'll comb through her phone and find my email address and start emailing me. If I stonewall her completely, then she starts reaching out to my friends begging them to relay messages on her behalf. She tries everything she can for months on end to try salvaging the relationship. At one point I'd blocked her because I no longer felt comfortable about her intentions, and for almost a month on end she kept trying to email me, reach out via my friends, get a new SIM card so that she could circumvent my blocks and so on. My question is, what is your advice based on the information I've provided? Am I being too overly apprehensive due to her background and some of the things I've learned? Should I ignore my gut feeling and push forward? What feedback can you provide? Thank you all in advance and I hope you're all keeping safe. For reference, I am 31 and she's 26, 27 next month. So roughly a 4 to 5 years age gap.
It sounds like you already have a strong doubts about her true intentions, and your gut feeling is signaling that something is off. While she hasn't explicitly asked for money or done anything outright malicious, the red flags are definitely there. Her family's history with foreigners, her own admission with wanting to marry one for work opportunities, and her relentless refusal to accept breakup. These are all signs that should not be ignored. Her extreme persistence in refusing to let you go also raises concerns about emotional dependency or even manipulative tendencies. A healthy relationship should be built on mutual trust and genuine affection, not desperation or the inability to respect boundaries. You're not being overly apprehensive, you're being cautious, which is a smart idea. Ignoring your instincts and pushing forward despite your doubts will likely lead to regret. If you're feeling uneasy now, just imagine how worse it would be if you were to seriously commit further. My advice: trust your gut. If you've tried breaking up multiple times with her, make it clear one final time in a firm, no contact way. If she continues harassing you, consider changing your contact details or even seeking legal measures if needed. You deserve a relationship based on love, not for survival or ulterior motives. They had one person respond in the comments. They say, "Make up your mind. You would have cut her off already if you wanted to. You know how to. You don't need advice on that. You enjoy her chasing you. If she flipped the script and started cursing you out and was looking for another guy, you'd probably be running after her. She's chasing so much because you keep giving her crumbs and sparks of hope. She certainly found you tactically through desperation, but if you took her virginity and she's still obsessed with you, she probably loves you truly too. You need to decide what's important to you. Do you want a girl who doesn't need you but loves you for you, but probably isn't going to have such a strong bond with you and isn't going to think twice about leaving you when things get tough? Or do you want the girl that who has had questionable motives when getting with you, but has a very strong bond to you emotionally and real reasons to want to be with you practically? Or do you want to search for a unicorn who's a virgin too, doesn't need you, but will be totally dedicated to you? Of course, you want that, but you're not going to find that. So pick option one or two. All options come with sacrifices. If you do decide to stay with this girl, be very realistic about what the sacrifices will be. Leeching family, belief of unlimited easy money abroad, bad financial habits, cutthroat attitude towards some things from a life of hardship and desperation, and make a plan now on how to mitigate them. Last comment comes from Strawberry Lay. They say exactly, laugh out loud. He knows what to do. He can cut her off, but he enjoys the chase and the tension. What are your guys' thoughts on this situation, and what would you do to handle it if you was in his shoes? With that said, I'll be ending this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And take care, guys. Till the next video. This is Passport Nomad signing out.